Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a critical topic that impacts construction and contract management: conditional and unconditional bonds or guarantees. Understanding these two types can save you money, reduce risks, and enhance your project management strategies. So, let's break it down. Firstly, let's clarify what we mean by bonds or guarantees. These financial instruments provide security during contract execution. If a contractor defaults or fails to meet contractual obligations, these bonds serve as a safety net for the employer. Let's start with conditional bonds, sometimes called on-default guarantees. These can only be called if the contractor clearly fails to fulfill their contractual duties. In other words, if the contractor defaults, the employer is entitled to claim against this bond. On the flip side, we have unconditional bonds, or on-demand guarantees. These can be called on at any time, regardless of the circumstances. For instance, an employer might unjustly call in this bond during a disagreement with the contractor, leading to potential misuse. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Since unconditional bonds carry higher risk, financial institutions typically charge more for them. The employer ultimately foots the bill for these bond premiums as they are included in the contractor's pricing. Therefore, the type of bond you choose can significantly impact your overall project budget. It's wise for employers to carefully consider which bond they need. Unless there are compelling reasons to go with an unconditional bond, opting for a conditional one is generally recommended. It balances protection with fairness. Now, let's talk about contractors. Just because a contractor provides a bond doesn't mean they're off the hook if they default. Sureties have the right to reclaim any payouts made against these bonds. This means contractors need to be wary of the type of bond they agree to offer. In many jurisdictions, including Ethiopia under their civil code, there may be explicit provisions about these recovery rights. So, understanding local laws is essential. The FIDIC, along with the global contracting community, usually frowns upon unconditional bonds due to their potential for unjust calls. Nevertheless, the World Bank favors them for their simplicity and ease of understanding. The World Bank has noticed that while unconditional bonds can be difficult on contractors, employers are generally free to choose. They encourage employers to align their bond calls with contractual performance conditions and act on professional engineering advice. Interestingly, while the World Bank pushes for unconditional bonds, Ethiopian contractors often don't voice strong objections. But here's a twist. Some contractors have managed to persuade banks to challenge payment claims, even with unconditional bonds. Bonds are typically issued by banks or insurance companies. Banks often have a better understanding of a contractor's financial credibility, allowing them to issue bonds faster. However, insurance companies conduct thorough checks, which can be reassuring for employers but may slow down the bonding process. So, what should you take away from this? While banks are the go-to option for guarantees, we recommend encouraging more involvement from insurance companies and supporting local Ethiopian institutions in the securities market. In summary, choosing between conditional and unconditional bonds involves weighing risks, costs, and implications for both contractors and employers. It's crucial to make informed decisions that protect your interests and foster fair project execution. If you found this information helpful, let's keep the conversation going. Like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content on contracts and project management. Let us know your experiences with bonds or any questions you have below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.